Cello means a lot to me. Cello means my way of communication with the world. And this is something, I met the cello when I was 9 years old. I fell in love with it and I decided to play it. And then soon after I started to play, it was clear that I was talented, and then I already told my parents when I was 10 years old, this is my life, this is how I want to, this is going to be my voice. So if I think cello is my voice. I had the idea of the program 6 Bach suites, 6 pre-echoes, after playing for many years in the Ensemble Intercontemporain in Paris. And when I was doing this, when I was playing a lot of new music, this helped me, this gave me a fresh insight into classical repertoire and into the Bach suites. When I played the Bach suites after playing a piece by Bernd Alois Zimmermann or Helmut Lachenmann, great contemporary composers, then I would be more able to feel the modernity of Bach. And so with this program, I am trying to convey this feeling to the audience, to encourage them to listen to Bach differently. Don't listen to Bach like, oh, we know already and it's going to be just other bowings, but basically the same music. No, maybe with the help of this program, you can have a different ear, a different way to listen to Bach. So these 6 pre-echoes, they are all very different from each other, which is the idea, because when I talked to these composers, to these different composers, I talked to them about the suite, the particular Bach suite that they would be attached to. So they were inspired by these 6 different suites, and so they composed 6 totally different pieces, and this is what's interesting. So for example, Ivan Fedele, who composed a prelude to the first suite, he decided to do just like a little shimmer of harmonics, of natural harmonics, because he thought the first suite is a very natural one, and he wanted to go into this character. And the piece by Jonathan Harvey, which is before the second suite, is a very short, colorful insight, I would say, something that looks to the inside of things, because that's the character of the second suite. And that's a bit like this with all the others, that I find that they fit very well the suite that they are attached to. The Bach cello suites are a milestone in the history of the cello. It's not only one of our main repertoire, it's also a piece that totally redefined the cello. When these pieces were composed at the beginning of the 18th century, the cello was just a bass instrument, and there were some virtuoso who had composed some technical piece, but it was never considered an instrument that could be played by itself, that could be played alone. And Bach said, okay, I can do it, because he liked to do things that nobody else could do. So he composed, if you think about it, he composed more than 2 hours of music for a cello by itself. And 2 hours is the duration of an opera, of Verdi or of Mozart. So, and it's just for this instrument with 4 strings. So it's really something that totally changed the world of cello. And often I use the image, I say, for me the Bach suites, they are like an immense castle that appeared in the middle of the desert. because it's not like there were pieces that led to the Bach suites. The Bach suites came and there was nothing before that you can compare it with. It really changed the world of cello, so that was really like an amazing achievement. I've been playing for 15 years now a wonderful Italian cello by the master Goffredo Cappa. It was made in 1696 in Torino, and so this is really the golden age of Italian instrument making. And this instrument in particular has a very, I would say, very noble sound. It has a very strong character. Very often I compare it to a very an Arabic horse. You know, these pure-blooded horses that are very proud and very strong. So it's not easy to deal with it. It took me some time to get used to this very strong instrument that has its own character. You know. And but now we are really like best friends, like a team, and I feel very privileged to play it. I play about between 80 and 100 concerts a year, which is a lot because also I do a lot of different repertoires. I have a different temperament. I like, for me it's healthy to play Bach one day and then 2 days later to play Prokofiev's Sinfonia Concertante, and then the next week I play something else. So now I just played in Japan Ligeti Concerto and Ligeti Sonata, and some duo repertoire with Alexandre Tarot, and some trio with Emmanuel Pahu and Éric Lesage. Next week I'm playing triple concerto by Beethoven in Madrid. The week after I'm playing Rococo Variations by Tchaikovsky in Prague. So it's a lot of work, it's very intense, but I enjoy it so much. So it's worth the hard work. Finding a balance, I would say, is a real challenge for musicians. I mean, the balance between private life and stage life, because our job is really a job of passion. So one can easily get totally eaten by one's passion. You know, you say, oh yes, I want to play this program, I want to play this music, I want to play with this friend, I want to play with this orchestra, and then you end up having very, very scarce time for private life. So it's always a balance act and finding to try to keep enough time for private life. But I have the feeling I am rather on the side of working a bit too much, but I still have the feeling I can enjoy life. And for example, now here in Taiwan, you know, of course I'm going to work very hard tomorrow. It's a very hard program, a very tough program, but still tonight I'm going to go and enjoy Taiwanese food. So I still have the feeling that I'm enjoying my private life. So I like quite a few different things. I love to go hiking. So I love to be in nature. That's a good balance for me to the work, because in my job is you are inside most of the time, unless you play open air. But most of the time when I'm practicing or and when I'm traveling, it's also so. Whenever I can, I like to go walking in nature mainly. This is one thing I like. I like some sports. I like to play tennis. I used to play football, but now I had a little problem at one foot. Not bad, but it's so that I cannot do anymore because football is very demanding for the body. And otherwise, I love to watch movies, movies from all over the world, from different cultures, and all including. I do find that French cinema is something. There are some incredible things. So I like to also to watch vintage movies, and I would like to finish by mentioning I'm crazy about food. Of us also from all over the world, so that's also a very good reason to come to Taipei. And I enjoy cooking myself, but rather simple things. But luckily, my partner, my girlfriend, she is much more inventive than me with that, and then she takes me along. So I am the helper, you know, in the kitchen. So she leads. She finds very interesting recipes from different parts of the world, and then I help her, and then it's really fun. I enjoy cooking. Hello, dear followers of BONART. I'm very happy that I just had an interview for your website, for your favorite website. So you can watch this interview and continue to go to concert, to read about concert, to read about arts. And for this, I think this website here is wonderful. So welcome here as many times as you can.